Hey everybody, good morning. We are out on a little pond, or set of ponds, out on the side of the highway at a church. So, gonna see if there's any fish up in here. This place looks really good with all the veggies and slop and stuff. So, gonna see if there's any fish out here this morning that are in the mood to bite on a topwater. Let's see if we can't get us one. And also try not get caught, but get kicked out at least. I didn't say any, there's no fishing signs here, so. But you know what that means. Still could get kicked out. Yeah, what I'm trying to emulate is a little tiny frog or some kind of organism at the top of the water, just, you know, freaking out a little bit maybe, or it's injured or something like that, or just trying to make its way across the pond. And bass will go crazy for it, if there are any, that is. I think there's gotta be. There we go. Got something. Yes. It's a dink, but it's a fish. There's your sign of life right there. Right there. It's a little tiny one, but it's something. Fish on top water right there. Oh, there we go. Got one. Little dinky. That's funny. There's bigger ones in here, I know it. The dinky is the first one to get to it. There we go. Make that 3, baby. You weren't coming off of that. You've been eating some fish too. A little dink. 2 more casts over here, then we'll go back over there. Throw my a little worm or something around. Ooh, there we go. A little bit better, a little bit better. Still kind of dinky, but it's something. You wanted that too. Nice, another little dink. Oh, I got him. Here we go. Another dink. Another little dinky. There we go. Oh, got a little dink. My spinnerbait. Hey everybody, welcome to the gear review for this video. Now we're going to be talking about what we used to actually catch our fish and how we fished it. Right, so for this video, a couple different rigs out at these ponds, because it was kind of weird. Like I said in the beginning, it's like one pond totally clear with grass and another, not. Little to no grass and just chocolate milk. So, fun time out there in this urban pond in the middle of nowhere. Had a blast. So let's talk about what we actually use to catch our fish, right? So, a couple different rigs. Let's start off with my favorite. Always going to be Topwater. Throwing the little Googan baits, Filthy Frog. It's actually the normal size one, this Bullfrog color. Or else throwing this in a more, natural frog looking color right there. Whichever one I was throwing, you can probably see it in the video. The fish's mouth. So yeah, that's what we're throwing, twitching it around the grass, in the grass, away from the grass, wherever you want to throw it. It will work. Throwing it on my 7-foot, heavy rod, 65-pound braid right here, just beef stick, and man, this thing will winch them out, right? So necessary for this kind of fishing. You're throwing stuff in the nastiest kind of water you're looking for, so you need something to be able to winch them out. Working it just like you would any kind of frog, just twitching it. I started to actually like, the walking kind of frogs more than like a popping frog that I used to throw a lot more. Just because these ones don't catch enough, as much grass on them when you're fishing them. I found out, recently, I feel like with the popping frog, it'll catch all the kind of muck and everything when you're fishing. It just gets to be a pain. So, can't go wrong with a good little walking frog like that. Second rig to bring out, well, it's actually, a couple different rigs that I was throwing in the dirtier pond. Since being chocolate milk, mainly trying to go for reaction bites. So I was mainly throwing a Chatterbait, much like this one. I didn't actually throw this black and blue one, but was really throwing a white and Chartreuse one, which I found to be a little bit more successful in dirty water. I don't know, but I'm sure this would have worked just fine. And I was also throwing this spinnerbait right here. Pretty sure that's the Googan Bait's Zinger, 3/8 ounce variety in this white Chartreuse color. Really like that color. And also throwing a little, kind of swimming chunk trailer on there, which I've had more success with having a trailer than a stinger hook. So I don't know, but it works. So I'll be throwing it. And what I was actually throwing that on is going to be this baby right here. This is my 7'2" mini moderate, throwing it on, 12-pound mono. Really nice and forgiving rod, good soft tip on it, so you can really just, fling those baits out there and get the most out of your bait, get the most action out of your chatterbait and your spinnerbait. So really have a good time with that, enjoying that, and getting those fish in that dirty water area. And so I was fishing those baits. There's really no particular rhyme or reason to it. Maybe casting at an angle with the bank, parallel with the bank, towards the end, towards the middle, bring it back, whatever works for you. I mean, and they'll hit it if you get it past them, right? I mean, because these baits aren't like they're not going to see it from across the pond and come swimming towards it, right? You're going to be bringing it around their face, or relatively close, which then will attract them, and hence that reaction bait come in, make them get it really quick and just do pure instinct without thinking. So that's those baits. Next we have the rig I was throwing. It's going to be the Googan Bait's Blazin worm. Pretty nice swimming worm, similar to swim bait, maybe a little bit larger, but just a good old bait to throw around. Really starting to like this thing. Getting some decent fish on it so far. Haven't got any giants, but nonetheless it gets bites, so I'll be throwing it. What I was actually throwing that on was going to be my 7-foot medium heavy, throwing on a 40-pound braid right there, and just chunking and winding that thing, right? I mean, throwing it in the grass, along the grass, in front of the grass, wherever it would get them. Here maybe just more dinks because I think there's just dinks in the ponds, but nonetheless fish. So really fun throwing that thing around. Starting to get a hang of it a little bit more. I might have to get another pack because I'm already only down to like three of those things. So really good bait right there. Like I said, retrieve wise, it just smooth, real, maybe fast. reel it in fast a little bit, or just twitch it around a little bit, whatever suits your fancy, right? So another good rig to get some fish on in the grassier part of those ponds. And with that, that's going to be the last rig we actually used to catch fish in this video. Pretty quick and simple. Just a couple pond baits, I just brought with me. I was like, yeah, really quick, might get a chance to go fishing at this place that I was at, and I did, and capitalize on it for sure. So, hope y'all enjoy this video. It was a blast as always, and even better to share this experience with y'all. So, hope y'all enjoy it just as much as I do. And thank y'all so much for the view, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Have a good night.